Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Stormy Saturday. If your state is in need of some rain, come to California. We've got some that we can lend you because we've been raining again for about 24 hours.
It's a little wet.
On Thursday, Everly and I did. She likes to pick up the presents. She likes to say she's going to help pick up the presents that the dog leaves in the backyard. So that's like the highlight of her day is we're stomping around the backyard. She points them out. I pick them up. And then I brought up all my umbrellas, everything like the wind had knocked over. And guess what? The wind has knocked them over again. So it is, I wish I had my phone.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Not everyone, you guys, this is what, we have been in such a drought for so long that we're like, what is this? Like, I think we've had about 4 years worth of rain in the last month. That's what it feels like. And I feel sorry for people. Fingers crossed, all of our peeps in Wilton and Dillard and all that area. Let's hope your trees stay up. We had our local regional park, 17 trees came down. I mean, all over. So, oh my gosh. How about a kayak? I don't want to, every time I've been in a kayak, you get wet. So I just want a little motorboat.
I'm like, there's a guy with a couple kayaks and canoes for sale on Bradshaw.
It's ridiculous.
Because there's a guy on Bradshaw that sells cars, firewood, boats, just random stuff that he buys and resells. And there's 2 kayaks or canoes or something like that out there right now.
It's crazy. I wish I had my phone so I could tell you guys. But honestly, I don't even know what our total rain was last year. We've easily done that. But hopefully we're getting snow in the mountains. And that will make for a great first year of lots of rain. I think we've been in a drought so long, we forgot that this is what it should be like. And it's just...
it doesn't feel normal.
As polypositive, my water bill is going to be so low this month, and I'm so excited. I don't think the sprinklers have gone on in a month. So we'll see what it actually is. There's this yellow orb on the forecast next week. Who knows?
I'm like, no, I do not know what that is. I've never seen that.
Stacy, you're in Santa Rosa. How are you guys are you getting the winds too? It's the winds. We can handle the rain, but the rain saturating the ground and the winds. Elk Grove is like the city of trees, and we're losing them right and left. It's sad.
Remember when that used to actually be like Sacramento's tagline was the city of trees?
Yeah. I think it still is, though.
No, it's Farm to Fork Capital now. They changed it. There was like an official announcement like 3 years ago.
Darla, I remember that. I grew up in Auburn since I was 9. We had a lot more rain and snow up there. See, everyone's like me. We're just a little tired of it. It's
a little draining.
It's sludgy. You can't really go outside. I don't know. It could be worse. We could be having another drought. So I'm grateful for that.
Truth. I am really glad I just have cats because cats don't need to go outside to go potty.
It does make for, yes. Well, the nice thing is Stitch leaves presents right by the house. Because if he could do his business where the overhang is, which is
where there's no rain,
inches, that's where he'll do it.
He's like, let me press up against the wall.
Yeah. I wish, go outside and show them, really, because it sounds like we're in a torrential downpour right now.
Okay, I'm not going out. I'm just sticking ourselves out the... Okay, the wind. Oh, my goodness. Just a little wet. And we have no gutters on our building, so it looks like a torrential downpour. Hello. A random guy got to be on our live video. He said hello and everything. He's like, hello, it's raining. Like,
okay, I'm looking to see how much. We've had 1.25 inches
since last night.
1.25 inches in the last 24 hours.
Oof.
But it's not cold, so it's better than it was. See, it could be worse. It had been cold and raining. Oh my gosh. All right.
Darla, hi man walking by.
No, seriously. All right, we're going to jump right in. I'm so excited. This is definitely knitting or crafting weather, knitting, crochet. I'm still in the midst of putting together furniture for my art studio. So I have one piece I'm going to do today. So I kind of give myself a goal once a week. Something has to be put together. So we're going to be talking about Life Under the Sea, one of our most popular patterns. If you guys didn't notice, Karen's been in the building yesterday, rearranged. Here is Susan's last Life Under the Sea. It does kind of look like a dress, so let me show you guys. This is because look at, this is like a 10-year-old body. Whoops.
Man down.
But really, it's gonna look like this. There we go. She does great layering. So that is what we are talking about. I love that she uses the necklaces too. So that it's a great cowl. What's nice, it's small, so there's not a ton of extra weight on the back of your neck. But if you were size 8, you could wear it like that. But isn't that so cute? This is one of the shawl cakes from Alexandra with beaded silk and sequins because why not?
Because
so
pretty.
One lucky winner is going to get this on Tuesday, January 27th. We have Alexandra's The Art of Yarn in this beautiful moss green color in Agate Beach, which is a superwash merino 7% Lurex. And this is one of our favorites. This is Dark Side of the Moon in, this was Pantone 2019. We have reordered this so many times because it's so beautiful.
It got harder.
I know. I'm like, God. Oh, Lordy. All right. So how do they get entered into the drawing?
So how you get entered into our grand prize drawing is from the 1st through the 15th of January. Every time you make a purchase, you're going to get 1 entry. It's cumulative, so if you purchase 3 times, you get 3 entries. If you purchase 10 times, you get 10 entries. And then on Tuesday, the 17th, we will draw to see who the lucky winner is.
Karen is, Darla, you're right. Karen's an amazing stylist. I'm going to show you guys. I did a knitting group came in for what does a machine do? So I swatched Art Yarn's Silky Twist on it, and I wanted to show you guys the difference. On the machine, this is a 4. So you got some pooling in that one.
It almost went Argyle.
It does. This is a 5. This is a 6, a 7, and then I decided to just do a 3 to see the difference. So this is a really good visual on gauge. The difference in gauge that you get. I'm going to wash it, and then we'll get to see what the finished watch. So what I like to do is I measure now, write down what it is, especially row gauge, and then I will measure after just to see. This one is definitely bulletproof, but it'll be interesting to see what it actually looks like when we're done. And this was, I don't know, 5 minutes worth of work.
Yeah, it's not much.
But you'll see, you guys know my trick is whatever size I'm using, I have do a yarn over 2 together. Is that one 2? That was a little close to the edge. So right there you'll see yarn over 2 together. I'll do it on this side. It's easier.
Yeah, there we go.
So that lets me know I was on a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the carriage. Then up here I went to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one 7, and then this one Tidy McTidy is on a 3. Darla, it's amazing. We do have, if you guys are on, let me look it up to show you, because not everyone knows this. If you're curious about a knitting machine, first of all, I think I don't know, none of my friends who have knitting stores have machine knitting, but it's nice that you have a place. Let's see. So here we are under machine knitting. This demo, it is free. So if you're curious, what does machine do? You can go on to this and watch the video. You just add it to your cart. And then we've got just some of the other ones. This is a fun one. It's a combination where we're talking about how you take a sweater and then hang it on the machine. So just some things, if you're curious, that's an easy way to kind of look and see. We're probably gonna get to the point, maybe, I'm gonna say after stitches, because I don't know if I can do it before, that we offer not an all skills on Saturday, but a specific project. So a project machine knitting class on Saturdays from, what do we say, 2:30 to 4:30.
Yeah, so that way everybody has time to get situated between classes and before we close.
Yep. All right. We are talking about a beautiful pattern of ours called Autobond. It uses DK weight yarn, and we've got some fantastic ones in stock. Especially, don't we have some in our clearance too?
We have some Nisa, I think.
Oh, Nisa, yeah, we've got some Nisa, which is on clearance. And you need about 140 yards of DK weight. You guys can see on my fingerless gloves, because I've actually lived somewhere that it's cold, it needs to go into the cuff of your jacket. Otherwise, every time you reach your hand out, it ends up exposing your wrist. It is written out, and then there's also a chart. It's a pretty, I'm going to say, adventurous beginner.
Yeah, I'd say adventurous is a good word for it. But yes, nice long cuffs are important because you don't want a gap between your gloves and your sweater or coat.
And a lot of people use them for the office, if you're working in the office, because it's notorious your hands and your neck's cold. So you can just have these on your hands. You can still drive around and enjoy the weather without having your fingers frozen off. But you can still type and do everything that you need. So we have one skein of a beautiful tweed DK. It's interesting. You can see there's a little bit of linen in this one just by these scraggly hairs. Right there. That is linen. Notorious. That's what it does.
I think an alpaca.
Yep. Superfine alpaca, which is the blue. The taupe that you're seeing is linen, and then there's some Donegal tweed.
Which are the little polka dots.
The vintage baby would be great if you want to give it to someone who you're not sure how they can take care of it. It can go in the washer, go in the dryer. Good morning, everyone. So that's it. I mean, this is a real quick project. I feel like after the holidays that I've been knitting, I need some instant gratification. So I already finished. I should have taken pictures. 2 hats already I'm done with, so that's exciting. And then I'm working on the back half of a sweater today, so hopefully that can get done. But I don't know. I'm just trying to squeeze it into my life, so I love that type of stuff. All right, so how you get entered into the daily prize: every time you react to the video, you're gonna get 1 entry for every reaction. When you comment on the video, you're gonna get 5 entries for every comment. And the fastest way to get a bunch is to share now. It's very simple. You just hit the forward arrow, share now, share to your friends. It's very passive, and then you just pop right in, shared to my stories, shared to my friends. Lisa, that's me. Finished projects are satisfying. So I've put some of my UFO sweaters. My goal is 1 of my UFO sweaters a month, and a lot of them are just hang and finish on the machine. That's the thing with machine knitting as opposed to hand knitting. It's what I say, sewing. You have to set aside time to sew, but hand knitting, it's in your bag and you can just squeeze it in. So on New Year's Day, everyone left and I stayed here and I basically knit the back of a sweater in a couple of hours. I was so excited.
Yeah, the rest of us were all running on fumes.
Yeah.
I was struggling to knit a swatch, and I'm like, if I'm struggling to knit a swatch, my gauge is going to be wrong. So I'm going home.
Eileen says she's wearing her Santa Catarina, one of my favorite patterns. Very excited about that. You'll see it swatched in a couple of different yarns. That's one of the products we're bringing to Stitches. I love that. I love Santa Catarina. I love double stranding. Everything about that is right up my alley. For me, quick projects is like on a 9 to 13. And what I like about Santa Catarina, and maybe Susan can post the link to that, is because you're using sport weight yarn doubled, it still has that feel of really thin yarn as opposed to like a chunky. So, oh, you made a match. That's right. Post it on the collective. She made a matching hat.
Nice.
Thank you. Fantastic. All right, so while Susan's looking up that link, let's do the drawing. This is off of yesterday's drawing. Oh, Roxanne O'Brien, you could use these for your the thing. Oh my gosh, why can't I think? The thing you do. Your craft show.
Where she sells stuff? That's
yes.
That thing? I don't know what it's called either. It's
Craft
a thing
show.
where you sell stuff.
Bazaar. All right. And how can she pick that up?
Okay, so how you collect your prize. Roxanne, you're local, which means you get to stop by the boutique anytime Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. and say, can I pick up my prize? And we'll hand it over out of our beautiful cabinets that are behind Boss Lady. And then if you have won recently or win in the future and are not local, the way you collect your prize is when you place an order at NatiqueYarns.com, you just put in the notes section that you have a prize, and we send it all out together in one pretty pink package.
Yep. Holiday Boutique.
See, I knew it had a fancy name. I'm like, I know it's not craft fair.
All right. So, today we are showcasing, if you guys are not aware, the second markdown has been done on our semi-annual clearance sale. So most things are now at 50% off the original cost, which is fantastic. And there are some beautiful yarns in there. Susan is going to give us some projects. It's so weird that it does that. Because I'm sure she's been linking things and I can't see them. Oh, here we are. Thank you.
It's worse when the weather's a little thick.
Here is Santa Catarina. But you can see it has really good drape. We've got this beauty coming from Santa Rosa. And Eileen, we need you to post that picture on Ravelry for me, please. And we'll help
Upload
you
your
do
project.
Yep. Hold on.
Hydration is important. And I swear...
Seriously, my mouth is so dry. Okay, you know what I love? Here it is up close. Here's why I like double stranding colors. You don't really get any pooling. And look at how pretty Anna did some magic, where she put the picture on the background of where I took the photo.
Like, that colorway is inspired by that picture.
That's right.
That is one of the great things about the latest iPhone update, is that you can take like the main thing in the picture and copy and paste just that part.
Isn't that awesome?
I'm like, genius.
All right, so in honor of instant gratification, this is the yarn that I chose, and I just took a skein home last night to do a really quick cowl, and I forgot how much I loved this yarn. And I'm always sad when we're clearancing yarn, and it's not because it's not good. It's that we have to make room for new yarns. But this is one of my favorites. It is Juniper Moon Stargazer brush. It is extra fine baby llama and nylon. So there is a nylon chainette tube that the extra fine baby llama is blown through. It is worsted, but here's where you know this is why I love chainette construction. So this is a chunky, a worsted yarn. Normally 100 grams of worsted would have about 220 yards in a skein. This one has 284 yards.
That is how lightweight the chainette construction is, that you get like bonus yardage basically in your skein. This yarn is so nice to work with. I have a cowl out of it, and it is very lightweight. Even though it's like a 12-inch wide cowl, it does not bother my neck like thicker ones normally do, because the yarn weighs like nothing.
It is so nice to work with. I mean, you could do Michelin would be a really good one. Very simple.
Yeah, I know the one I did was one of the patterns that's designed out of this yarn, but anything like worsted or Aran weight would be fantastic.
Darla, I just saw your note about blocking your Santa Catarina. Don't be afraid of silk. You just put it, you hand wash, you basically put it in a bowl, soak it, and then lay it out. It's not, I think dry cleaners did this myth that you can't wash silk. I put my silk in the machine on hand wash cycle. You can definitely do it. It won't be ruined.
Well, and I put my top out of that 100% silk from years ago in, like, I soak it in the sink and squeeze it out and all that, and it's fine. It, like, they make it sound like it's going to be like a crispy critter, but it's not. It relaxes just fine.
Here is a beautiful sweater that Susan's found. It's called a slip over. It's like a vest, but the sleeves come over, and this is worsted weight with a single strand of mohair. You can try and get gauge with this just by itself. It's 15 stitches over 20 rows. I believe you could do it pretty easy on this.
I bet it would,
because it already has that really thin yarn. Petite Knit has great patterns. 400 people have made it. Okay, here's what I want to show you guys. Do you see how she's like, oh no, I don't want that high neck? Don't do a high neck.
It's easy. You just
do
stop
some
sooner.
ribbing and stop after an inch. That's for people where it's really cold. Oh, here's another one. She did a fold over, which that's, or
no, I think she did that fancy bind off.
Maybe she did tubular?
That tubular bind off?
Maybe.
That's what it looks like. That's a pain in the butt.
I'm not a fan of it.
It's not worth the effort.
I agree. Oh, this one's folded over. You can see because it's double.
Because that one's thick looking.
So let's show you the colors. So just to let you guys know, this Stargazer breast was originally $22.99. It's now marked down to $11.50.
I'm going to need some more of this, like, sweater quantity. And this gorgeous color is called Argos. It's a really pretty, like, burgundy with the nylon core is darker. If I zoom in, while the color's less accurate, you can see it's almost plum for the core, so you're getting like those slight purple shadows to the color.
Good morning, Sarah. Now here is the pattern Michelin that I was talking about. It does say bulky, but you could still do this one, maybe like on a 9 needle. One skein would be perfect. You almost could get 2 out of this.
And fast and easy therapy knit.
Another one of our patterns that would be great. This is the masonry cowl. I love this one. It looks like bricks. And all it is knits and purls and a repeat. Right here is garter. So knit and purl. And then this one is a every other, which looks so pretty. Here's it in green. The masonry cowl. This one easily one skein will do it. One skein you can get the small and the medium. Two skeins you can get the large. So even if you decided to do a large, which could be a double wrap, you're paying $22.50. Sorry, $22.99 for two of them. That's
a steal.
Yeah, not a bad price for this one. Knitting Shades of Gray, one of my favorite easy patterns. This is knit on a size 10 needle. Honestly, you could get away easily one skein because it's 260 meters, 284. So here is one of our people did this, which I love it. And then here's what it looks like up close. Very fun stitch pattern that is repeat. It's reversible, which is one of my things. I want things to look good on both sides. This is part of our collection, Year of the Sheep. It is an ebook where you get 13 patterns for only $34.99. Autobahns part of it. So actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 patterns are in worsted weight for this one.
Yeah, quite a few, because we didn't go super skinny because we wanted them to be fast, easy projects.
Yeah, that's my, you know, it's Year of the Goat. We need to focus
on goat
on
this year?
Yeah. All right, here is Stargazer brushed in this beautiful color 13 Mercury.
Which is this really beautiful, rich, cool charcoal gray. It's funny, the camera's almost making it look a little bit lavender, but it's not. Like back here is the most accurate on the color.
Oh wait, no, it's the rabbit this year. Anything,
Angora everything.
Yes, that's the thing. I kept thinking it's either goat or rabbit because it's something that we could do another book on.
It's something with a theme.
Mm-hmm. Number 9, Phoebe.
Which is a really pretty, kind of dusty denim blue. Like it's got a gray tone to the nylon core and then the blue in the baby llama. So you're getting that really pretty depth of the color.
All right, here's another one. Aries color number 10.
Which is a really pretty, like, blue violet. A little more purple than indigo, but not quite purple. It's in the Blurple family.
Mm-hmm. Kate Clouden loves those pink packages. I think we are sending one out to you today.
Mm-hmm. It's all packed up.
Color number 5, Messier. Or Messier is how probably the pronunciation on that.
I have no idea. I know they're like constellations and stuff, so I'm not really sure how they're pronounced. This one is like a pretty powder blue-gray. I love the soft palette of this yarn. These would be really pretty in like a skew.
Mm-hmm.
Like this would be a lovely throw blanket on the couch. Just one of every color.
All right, let me show you. Susan's done a ton of, The Weekender by Andrea Mowry.
Perfect.
So gorgeous. I have one. I just showed it yesterday to people. This is done with worsted weight yarn. Beautiful. This one does have a tubular cast on and bind off. We're like, no thank you. We didn't do that. But you're welcome to.
I did do it on mine. I would not do it again.
I think on the shoulders we did it. I did not do it on the bottom.
Yeah, I did it on both. I wouldn't do it again. It's too much work for how little it shows.
Yeah, in our opinion. I love this one. This is a free pattern using 2 colors. I think this combination would be beautiful.
Oh, that's kind of nice and subtle.
It's interesting because there is this darker color, so that would look good too. a free pattern. You guys could do a really fun, it turns into like a cowboy cowl. How cute that is.
That's therapy knitting.
Like a 50-50. Lots, oops. Oh, lordy.
It's in a mood.
Lots of garter stitch. I'd love to make it bigger, but it does not want to go bigger.
Click on this picture because that one's kind of more zoomed in. There we go.
There you go. Little garter stitch. Here is a fun one. This is another free pattern. Just try it.
Nice cozy ribbed cowl.
Okay, I love this. Look at this construction worker wearing his wife's knits.
Or this guy who looks more like, you're really going to make me model it, huh?
I'm thinking he's a nice looking man. I love that he's wearing knits. All right, this is a really fun one. Okay, we normally do it out of Noro. This is the birthday cake cowl.
Jackie, I would just do a regular long tail cast on instead of the tubular cast on. It's a nice, neat looking cast on. It's elastic. Like there's no bad things about the long tail cast on.
I love this one.
This one's really fun to do. I think we've all done this one.
Yep, this is like a 2 skein project of a Noro silk garden, or you need about 160 yards. We've done it even with 1 skein, but it's really cute.
Yeah, because I think theirs was like 10 to 12 inches tall, so you could easily make more of like the 6-inch more decorative size with just 1 skein of silk garden, or you could make 2 out of a skein of Stargazer brushed.
Roxanne, we're trying to give you ideas. Easy.
Holiday boutique project right there.
Drift lines. This is 2 skeins. Again, that cowboy cowl, so popular. This looks hard, but it's just a slip stitch
On what looks like a garter stitch background, so you're pretty much just knitting and slipping.
Yep. Look how pretty.
I kind of love these oversized cowboy cowls because when it's really cold, you can kind of pull it down over your shoulders like a poncho almost.
This is pretty.
Apiarist cowl.
I love the honeycomb that you're getting on this. Really, here it is in its entirety. 1 skein is all you need.
That's beautiful.
It is. I even like the thicker ribbing, except for it's not symmetric, so that would drive me crazy. Do you guys see this? Short or longer. I'm like, they need to be the same. Maybe she just did it till she ran out of yarn.
That's what I'm thinking. Is she didn't want to waste any yarn.
This is yarn held double. Oh, not
to
for that
equal
one.
worsted?
To equal worsted. She did mohair and a DK. Again, Stargazer brush, you don't need to hold a mohair with it because it's beautiful by itself and has its own fuzz.
You can see that soft little halo around the edge of the skein, so it does all that fuzzy for you.
If you're looking for a poncho, this would be a 3 skein project. I like the details that you're getting in this.
A little stockinette, a little ribbing.
By Laura Nelkin. Oh, this is a new one from her, October 2022. I like the A-line look of it, though.
I like the way she did the increase, too, that it's like, it looks like she did like the knit yarn over knit for the increase, because it kind of like starbursts out from the middle.
Let me see if I can get it bigger. There we go. Really fun increase. If you're a crocheter, this would be 2 skeins to make the Omar wrap. You could do 2 different colors and do like half of 1 skein, a full skein in the middle and half at the other, so it looks like 3. The Omar wrap, this looks really just like a little chains.
Almost V-stitch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like V-stitch with something in between.
It's an exciting V.
V plus.
This is Soft Focus. 2 skeins. This one has a little bit more detail. Let's do this one.
Oh, that's fun.
Pretty. I love directional stuff, and that's caused by increasing and decreasing will give you the ebb and flow of that type of look. Rio Kalina, if you like cables. This is chock full of cables. Oh, by Cat 40. I love that. And that would take 2. Again, a free pattern. I love this. She was so amazing. Spontaneous, joyful knit.
She was such a positive person.
Mm-hmm. She was. I did a couple classes with her.
Like, I've never heard anybody say anything negative about her, because I just don't think there was. I mean, I'm sure there was something, but there wasn't much.
No? All right. So that is the yarn that we are showcasing today. Stargazer brushed. Let's do one more. Oops. Okay.
I know, like, ooh, which one?
I know. I feel like I'm going to do Miyabi because all the patterns that we showed would work for that.
Oh, yes.
Also. So Miyabi is one of Noro's beautiful yarns. It is 65% wool, 35% cashmere. This is one of those yarns that if you were afraid of Noro wools, this is one not to be afraid of. There is 275 yards worsted, so it is lightweight. It's a single ply, and Miyabi is on sale right now for $22.50. That is 50% off the price,
Which is a steal.
This is color number 4.
Which is really pretty neutrals. You've got kind of caramel and silver and burgundy and chocolate. And it's so soft. I wish you guys could feel it, because it is definitely one of their softer yarns because of the 35% cashmere in it.
We've had quite a few people make sweaters out of it. Really nice to work with. Here is a fun sweater out of it. This is Tawny.
That's cute. I like the texture at the top, but not at the bottom.
Yeah.
You know?
This is really pretty. We wish we had time to knit sweaters out of everything, but it really just showcases the yarn nicely. Here is another one. This is made with 4 skeins. I love the little texture that you're getting by putting in a garter ridge on stockinette. It kind of breaks up any craziness you could have.
It's really pretty.
Mm-hmm. Noro vest. Now here's the thing, you do sometimes get fraternal fronts, but that's okay. That's what it's supposed to be like.
And if that drove you crazy, you could find a similar spot in the other skeins to do the other side to match it up better. So you're not limited at all.
You just have to find it. Now, if you're looking to do a really fun, fast cowl, this is
cute.
This is really cute. This is out of 1 skein.
It almost looks woven.
It's got that slip stitch over. What's that stitch called?
Yeah, it's like the yarn over, knit 2 together, pass slip stitch over or something like that.
There was a pattern by, I'm going to say Malabrigo or Monos that had that. I can't think of what that stitch is called, but it's really It's not hard. You just have to pay attention.
Yeah, it's one of those that looks harder than it is.
It almost looks linen, like on a diagonal. Very pretty. Option number 2 in this gorgeous Miyabi is color number 9, which is what we would say normally would be 1. It's their most beautiful neutral.
So it's the lighter neutral. You've got more cream, some kind of more caramel, some sand, a little bit of like a lighter chocolate brown, some fawn, all very light colors and nice and warm. This one makes me want ice cream. It looks like ice cream with like the caramel and the chocolate swirled into it. So far we have color 9 and 4. 4
And
is the darker neutral.
This is a hand wash, lay flat to dry. Interesting. All right, next in the lineup, we have color number 12.
Which is really pretty, like indigo and cobalt, a little like plum, some olive green, avocado, a little chocolate and charcoal gray. So you're getting this really pretty rich blue, green, and purple palette.
Here is color number 4, right here. And what was this one?
9.
Color number 9. Interesting. I will say this orange does not, it's not orange. It's more like caramel or butterscotch.
Yeah, it's like they had their saturation settings off
Too
or
high.
something.
This is it right here.
Like,
yeah. Maybe it was a different batch because this one for that. Then we have, what color was this?
12.
12 is right here.
Right there. Okay.
We've got 2 more delicious colors. I love this one. I've knit this color. Color number 8. I feel like it's the forest that meets the ocean.
Yeah. Like rainforest on the coast.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's got kind of those tropical blue waters, but then it's got those really pretty emerald greens, some chartreuse. There's little hits of like rust, some fawn brown, a little bit of denim blue. It's kind of one that the more you look at it, the more colors you start to notice in it.
Look at how beautiful this is.
Oh, it's really pretty. Right in the middle there.
And then last but not least, color number 18. That is Rooster Fall. Like, I see All-American Hen.
Mm-hmm. So you've got lots of those like rusty reds and persimmon orange. A little more pumpkin.
That one, what was that? Number 18 right here. One of my favorite patterns, and you can show them up there on the Noro wall. They have the Veronica cowl. Do you want to show it up there?
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
And there's the cool thing with the Veronica cowl pattern is there's like 4 different stitch patterns you can do on it. So you can pick the texture that you like the most and do this beauty right here.
Excuse me, don't we have a leaflet for that?
I think we ran out of it.
Really? I'll ask Karen because she definitely
But it's Veronica with a K. I know, I looked for it the other day and couldn't find it, so I thought maybe we were out of it. We do have some leaflets right here by this gorgeous Kashibukaru.
If you're ever in the store, we have, there we go. We have a few left. So this is the Veronica cowl. It would take 2 of those because this one's 1 skein of Ito. So you need about 400, it's not 400 yards, 440?
Yeah, 440, so yeah, 2.
2 of those, which that's like buy one, get one free. So if you guys are ever here, we have a whole stack of free patterns.
And lots of samples.
Oh wait, here's another one. Oh no, it's not. What a lie. Look, there
It's the same model, and yeah, it was out of the same issue of the magazine. They tricked us.
They did. All right, we're going to talk about what we're wearing. I could keep going on. I love quick projects. This is one of those ones. It would be fantastic. You know what else it would be pretty in? If you paired it with a lace weight mohair, or you might be able to get the gauge, just a simple round yoke sweater would be gorgeous out of that.
Like that. Jackie, the color before 18 was 12.
There is so many more patterns that Susan has been showcasing. If you are not part of our private Facebook group, Natique Collectif, go over there, ask to join, we'll let you in. And every day that we do a video, we have the links to all the patterns, the yarn. We also have our videos are on YouTube. So if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, you're going to start to see a few more how to do things on there, as well as all of the videos that we have been doing. So we are talking about what we are wearing. What I'm wearing would be perfect for this one. This is Sunset in the Desert. This is done with a 400 yards for the largest size, but here's what I love about it. You can double wrap it. This is a very simple multiple row repeat. You're going to have markers, and what I like about it is the stitch is so simple, but it's interesting, especially when you pair it with a self-striped yarn.
It kind of gives the slightest, even though it's not a rippling stitch pattern, it gives the slightest ripple to the stripes, which gives it that movement that makes the striping pop just a little bit more.
Let me look up. Thank you, Susan. Sunset in the Desert. I think, yeah, you can do 1 skein for the smallest size. 1 skein of the Miyabi. So just think ahead. These are quick little knits that you would be able to do. And here's what I say about knitting for other people. Knit what brings you joy, and then set it aside when it comes time to give someone something you've knit. You just go through your knits and decide which one looks like them. So there's no rush or stress to that. So that's what I've got on. I'll show you what Anna's wearing.
I am wearing my Sharon Show wrap or scarf. It's a nice wide rectangular scarf in lots of different stitch patterns, so you never get bored. This one is done with 4 colors of fingering weight yarn, which there happen to be a few of those Casapinka curated kits left in the sale that work for this.
A few. They have been selling like hotcakes.
I pulled a bunch more this morning, so there are not a lot left, but there are some. So
look at this fun stitch right here. This is my favorite right there.
The dark teal one?
No, like the braid. That you're getting with that one. I love that. So yeah, in the clearance, the 4 color Casapinka curated, meaning she picked out the colors.
For the love of rainbows. Do I have to take it off?
Yes, please. 2 colors of fingering weight yarn. I know that much.
That's the front. Yeah. It was a discontinued Alexandra color, but you could actually use some of the Noro worsted and just make it bigger.
Or stop sooner, because
Make it
whatever. Either way,
All right.
you do you.
bigger. Yeah.
For those of you who are asking, here are the 4 skein kits we have. This was a very limited edition yarn that we brought in. It is called Suzette. 50% silk, 50% merino wool. It is luxurious to knit with. And we have it in 2 colorways. These are 50% off, so under $75.
And these are the Snarkometer kits.
And then we have the curated kit by Casapinka using our favorite colors.
That has that gorgeous whetstone in it that we all love.
Yep. All right, my lovelies, stay dry. It stopped raining.
It's quiet now.
Momentarily, so it's nice. But we will see you soon. I've got a live class in about 7 minutes. But otherwise, have an amazing weekend. We will see you next Tuesday live at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you have placed your orders, we have already pulled and we're getting everything ready to go out today. So there's still time to make today's shipping deadline. So have an amazing day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.